Hey, what is up, guys? This is you guys 7, and today we are going to be playing Shadow Fight 3. Now, this is not a live commentary, however, I'm just going to be, I don't know, making random comments about the game. So this clip is about me versus Greta, who is, I think, the second boss I faced in the game. And I won 2 rounds, she won 2 rounds. So this is like the game-winning round. And it seems like I'm never able to record when I actually win a boss fight. There have been clips where I do like lose or narrowly lose, like in this case, but I never could win and record at the same time. I don't know. It just never seems to be that way. Anyways, right now I'm using the Metal Sting, which is the spear, in my opinion, in this game is pretty good. It's always been good, actually, like in Shadow Fight 2. Because you can just jab and jab, just spam the jab. I have 3 different Shadow mode abilities in this round here. And the way you activate them is you press one of those blue arrows and the circular fan thingy at the bottom right of the screen at the same time. So yeah, 26 seconds left, and we are at about the same amount of health. I toss her, she's at the edge. I do a spin thingy, she does some slashes, and I almost got her here, but I should have guarded there. Instead, she got a flying knee on me, so yeah, I lost that one. However, I did defeat her later on. So this is me without any armor or gear. I got, white hair to show that I'm really old. I got a scout's hat as my helmet, Swamper's camouflage, which is actually epic, so that's pretty cool. That's why it looks so nice. And Silver Squall as my sword. There are 4 different qualities. Well, I'll get into that later. There are 2 perks. Well, there are several perks depending on your weapon that you can put on your gear. The sword with the lifesteal is pretty good, actually. I forgot what the other one was. Swamper's camouflage is the armor. Since it's an epic, you can put 3 perks on it. So I put Predator, which is not bad. It just only activates when your enemy is like low health. Let's see here. What else did I put here? Sorry, this is not a live commentary, so it's not like my audio or whatever is in sync, in a sense, with the game. And I got Repeller, which is good because you block a lot in Shadow Fight 3. That way you can counterattack more often, because counterattacks are much more important in this game because it takes longer to attack, so, or to swing your weapon in a general sense. And I did this shielding perk because defense buffs are probably more effective in battles than attack buffs, especially if it's only for a few seconds, because if you have an attack buff, you only have a small window of opportunity to make that buff worthwhile, in a sense. This scout's hat I put... Did I actually put electroshock? That was... I think I did it because the duration was longer than the shielding or whatever that was, the other defensive buff. Oh well. So there's booster packs. This is the store, by the way, so you can buy epics and legendary gear. The store refreshes every 8 hours. No, you can refresh it, rather. It doesn't automatically refresh. I personally don't really buy stuff here because you usually get weapons and gear from battles that you win. But if there's any specific thing that you want, then buy it, of course. Then there's the booster pack thingy, so you get like random cards. I did buy these hammers later on though, but I actually never used them, which is pretty funny. So that was a bit of a waste of gold. But the thing is, you don't really... Well, for me anyway, personally rather, I don't really spend gold that often, unless it is in a booster pack or something like that. I usually save it up because, as I said, weapons and gear, you get from winning battles. What's this battle right here? Something about June and Greta. Okay, so let me try to get into that storyline thing, or what I understand so far about it. There are two factions, the Legion and the Dynasty. You are part of the Legion, rather. You are part of a squad. The captain or the leader of that squad is named Sarge. Now, Sarge's squad has a bad reputation. I forgot why. But you have to go to this tournament to, I guess, win honor for your squad in that tournament. And there are 8 matches in that tournament. When you go to the final match, you have to face Greta, who is Sarge's sister. And that clip that you saw at the beginning was me versus Greta in a fail fight right there. As I said, I did defeat her. This recording right here is after I defeated Greta. I have to... Some random girl named June met me and then said that... okay, Matt's ego guy in the game, rather, not me in real life. So June meets Eagle guy in the game and says that Sarge is like a bad person, to summarize it. Something about Sarge trying to provoke the Legion into going into open war with the Dynasty, because the Dynasty and the Legion, even though they are hostile, they are not necessarily at war. So I have to... I don't know why I actually have to do this fight. But yeah, my armor looks sick there, man. Sorry, this is like probably my favorite armor that I ever wore, I guess, because number one, it's green. You know, like Mountain Dew. It's got this medieval scale armor kind of feeling to it. And it's an epic, so it actually stays... You can put a lot of perks into it and stuff. And I think I still have this armor, even though I'm level 4 now. So, yeah. And, oh yeah, two-handed swords, I'm really bad at. It just takes longer than usual for you to swing that two-handed sword, because obviously it's a heavy weapon. But, it's just... I just have to get used to it, I guess. I don't know. I like the two-handed sword in the sense that it does good, it deals good power and stuff, but I just can't get used to it. I can't master it. Unlike, say, the spear or the staff, stuff like that. So yeah, you just saw some part of the storyline there. These are the random gear that I get. If you get a gear that you already have, it kind of like upgrades the gear, like it upgrades its stats, like the defense or the melee attack or whatever. And I'll show you later on, but I did get a legendary weapon from winning a battle. I think it was like just a random battle, and I got a legendary weapon. That was amazing. So yeah, here's part of the storyline. Something about finding evidence of... Who's Otto? Damn. Yeah, as you can see, I'm confused about the whole plot. Let's see, what else do I do here? Oh, I was supposed to do some kind of match. This is when I just leveled up to level 3, so the matches are easier. When you buy new gear and stuff, your gear are pretty much at par or even better than your enemies. But as you progress, your enemies get tougher, obviously, and they usually have better stats, better gear than you do. So I'm versing this Vargant person who has something like Oriental Sabers, like Shadow Fight 2. Very fast, great combo. It just doesn't do much damage, just like Oriental Sabers. But it's good. The only reason why I don't use it is because it's a common, so you can only put like 1 perk on it. Look at that toss. Tosses in this game they look magical. They're amazing. Oh yeah, let's talk about the overall feel of the game. Um, so obviously it's called Shadow Fight 3. There are no shadows. Well, there is a shadow mode, so I guess that's how they keep that name Shadow Fight relevant. But I like the graphics, even though it's kind of cartoony. It's not cartoony realistic. I like it. It's good. The armor and stuff, it's like each armor is pretty much unique. The gameplay is harder than Shadow Fight 2. It's because I'm still getting used to it, but I'm loving it. And the special moves and stuff, it takes more strategy to use effectively than say in Shadow Fight 2, where you just put like launch a fireball or whatever, which takes just timing. That's about it. But yeah, that's basically what I think about it. I don't know exactly how far I can progress in this game so far. I know that like they add content every so often, like to progress the storyline, just like in Shadow Fight 2. I assume anyways. But yeah, I'm just waiting for this to transition to the other club. So the last clip is going to be a boss fight between me and Sarge. And this is where I use that legendary weapon called Light Brim. And it's a two-headed sword. It does really good damage. But as I said, I can't master the two-headed sword. I'm just really bad at it. So like in the hands of a master, I probably could have wrecked this guy. I mean, the master could have probably wrecked this guy like easy. But as I said, I'm not getting the sword. And what's kind of funny is that like after I leveled up and got a new weapon, like the staff, and the staff is like I think it's like a common quality. Well, you can see the Shadow Fight 3 is taking too much red. Like even though the staff is like lower quality and stuff, I can just use it pretty effectively, much better than the sword. And like I was struggling in like some fights with normal difficulty on. Like I was struggling with this legendary sword, and like it's just frustrating, I guess. But as I said, you gotta learn. It takes skill and timing to use it effectively. That's for sure. Sarge uses the hammer, the hammers rather. So there's two of them. And the thing is, the first round it looks pretty easy, and I actually kind of struggled there. In the second round, he is permanently in shadow mode, so he can use his shadow abilities anytime he wants to. Well, not any time, but like every 5 seconds or so, I believe. Probably 7 seconds. I don't know. But basically, he can use them anytime he chooses, just with a short cooldown. Whereas me, I have to work up to my shadow fight. I'm in my shadow mode. His hammer's there, kind of like project. He has several special moves. This one, he's basically unmovable. He hits you and walks back coolly, but I kind of retreated from his attack there. Sometimes it's pretty much unavoidable, like say if you're stuck at the left wall. And like this round right here, it seems like I am doing pretty bad actually. Yeah, he's doing those 3-hit combos. Well, not the 3-hit combos, but like the 3-hit move sets. And like the 2 moves I block, and the third one I forget that it's 3 moves, so I don't block that one. There's a nice toss. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. I'm not that good at commentating, but hey, practice makes not perfect, but better. Yeah, so here basically I just go ham. I see I'm in low haul, the other guy, and like as I said, this is a legendary sword, so it does great damage. Nice special move there. Do another one. Gonna do a sword strike that just strikes the health out of him. then I do epic comeback. But that's pretty much like the only comeback that you'll see in this match. I did defeat Sarge later on, but as I said, it seems to always happen when I'm not recording. um, but yeah, this was the most difficult match to date. So far anyways. I think in that first round, if I just had my fists, I probably could have done better. The second rounds and like the rounds where Sarge is in a shadow mode, you have to have your sword because you need that range. And he's spamming that hammer throw move. And here's what I mean, like if you get trapped on the left corner while he does that unmovable ability or whatever, then basically you have to take that damage. And it's kind of funny though, like his shadow abilities, they deal less damage generally than than his normal attacks. So even though I was more aware of his shadow attacks or whatever, his shadow abilities, I didn't really block much of his normal attacks, so I still need to practice. But now I have the staff, so I'm not practicing anymore. It just takes time, I guess. Play suplex there. Shadow abilities are pretty useful. Some common weapons or gear would not have them. And that's where the qualities like here comes into play. Also, higher quality gear usually has better stats at the same level as common gear. You can see here that I'm low health, and he does that unmovable thing again, and I'm dead. And I was stuck there in the corner again. So it's not just the left corner, it's also the right corner. What am I saying? So yeah, here is round 5. This is the final game-winning match. Game-winning round, rather. I'm pretty nervous. My heart rate is increasing. And I get off to a pretty bad beginning. I didn't do anything there because I thought that he would. I didn't observe or notice that he was using his unmovable ability, so he got some free hits there. Also, every time he does do his unmovable ability, you usually do get 2 free hits when he does walk away. And I'm like, why would he walk away? I don't get that. So he does that again. I'm like less than half health. He's at 75% health. I do have my shadow abilities. I tried it there, but it didn't work. I used one of them. I tossed it to the ground. I used the other one, do some damage, and right now he's in his unmovable stance, so I'm able to get like 2 free hits on him right there. And then with time, I did get a few lucky normal sword hits, and they do decent damage. That's the thing though, like I could have easily defeated this guy if I was able to use his sword properly, or if I was able to block his hammer attacks more frequently. And at the corner, when you're not in the corner, you can't really throw the guy. I don't know. And here, we're at both a pretty sliver health. If I got an additional attack in, I could have killed Sarge, or I won the match against Sarge. He had a sliver of health. If I did that jump move just like a second earlier, I could have won that match. So, yeah.